Welcome to Medieval Dynasty. I wanted to show you guys a game I have been playing on the side that is really cool. I played this game a while back and it didn't have much content, so I moved on and didn't give it another look until they announced co-op. And oh man, did they add a lot to the game since I played last. This game was already fun before, but it has way more depth now than the last time I played. You know me, I get right to the point. So how do you play this game? First, you choose a new game, then select oxbow. On release of this video, oxbow is the only map you can play co-op on. Then copy the invite code here. Then if you want, you can adjust the settings for the game or leave it alone. I leave most settings alone, but I do recommend 50% taxes for new players. 100% is brutal for starting out. Click Start Game and the game will take a while to load. Then message your friend on Steam and send them the copied invite code. You start in a village with a simple quest to talk to an NPC. Go through the dialogue. Choices usually do not matter in this game, so pick whatever dialogue options you want. If it is your first time, do the tasks he gives you, or you can select the "that won't be necessary" option. After you're done with that NPC, talk with this NPC named Miragod. He is where you pay taxes each year for each building you have. Go through the dialogue, then talk to Derwin. He is usually the guy you turn side quests into each season. Side quests are very important. They will be your main source of reputation, more on that later. Pick up all the quests on the notice board. The starting quest should direct you there. If not, it's easy to find. Look next to the tavern, near one of the gates. Now you could sleep in the village sick house if it's dark by the time you're ready to leave the village. There's enough beds for both you and your friends. Speaking of friends, they should have joined by now. There is no port forwarding required, so if you have problems, try resending the code from the menu or restart the game. See if that helps. There's a couple different routes you can go from here, but let's go with starting a settlement. First, you will want to build a house. Set the house on rounded or flat ground. Ideally somewhere near a village. I recommend Pistovia. I cannot pronounce half these names. Build right outside the city limits marked by a red zone on the map. There is a spot right across the river from the weird green vertical garden near the travel horse. When you're building your house, make sure you have a couple axes and a shovel on hand. Collect stones and chop trees. It's okay to drop them if you get too heavy you cannot move. You can hold inspector mode to see what you dropped and where. When you place your house, there will be a ghost on the foundation. You need to make a hammer to start adding material to the ghost. If it asks for stones, collect stones. If it asks for logs, get them. You will need sticks as well. Straw is the least obvious resource. You find it along riverbanks and bodies of water. They look like yellow grass. It's mixed in with the cattails. Most roofs require this material. You left-click the ghost with the building hammer to build it. Once a message says the house has been completed, start building another house. Once you build that, hopefully you will have unlocked the resource storage building and the woodshed. You want to build the woodshed first. Once you have done that, it is time to recruit some villagers. Outside of each village is a campfire with little tents around it. It has NPCs sitting around it. These NPCs are recruitable. Open the dialogue with one male, ask him to join your settlement. Then ask a female to join your settlement. You most likely can't recruit more until you get more reputation from doing side quests. The next thing you want to do is assign them to the extra house you made. Each house can hold just one male and one female. Go to the Management tab. Just set an inventory button where you're comfortable and get there that way. Or make a hotkey for Management too. In the Management tab, click Houses and it drops down. Pick the house that says 0 of 3. Double-click the empty slots and select the male, then the female villager. Great, now they should be assigned. They need food and water, but do not worry, you have time before bad things happen. Next, immediately assign a villager to the woodshed. Go back to the management screen, click Buildings, click and drop down Extraction Buildings. Select the woodshed. Then double-click the empty slot to assign a worker. Select one of your workers, go back into the woodshed in the management screen. Click the hammer and the return symbol. You will see tasks with plus and minus arrows with a percentage in the middle. Adjust the logs to 100%. You can see the amount of logs per day in the right of the percentage. Make sure you have a villager with a green number of 2 or higher. Try to avoid level 1. Now you should start generating logs in the chest at the woodshed. It will take time to accumulate logs, so now complete the side quests. Follow their instructions. Some quests you won't be able to do or are just too difficult. That's fine. Obviously, I won't be able to go over every quest that could pop up. Some quests to avoid, Huff, Puff, Blow, and Bloodsuckers require you to travel across the map, and I do not recommend it. Many quests you get are doable, however. Once you have done every quest you can do, go to the village and buy a bucket of water. Paznomir sells them in the market in the center of town. Then go back to your buildings, aka your settlement. Look in the chest in the woodshed. You should have logs now. Go to the house that belongs to your villagers. Open the chest there and put some of the food you started with in there. Then the bucket of water you bought. Your villagers are now watered and fed for the time being. Next, build a resource storage. Once you're done, the chest inside will have a huge 1000 storage capacity. So throw all of your resource storage items in there. Alright, you are set up. From here you can make a woodshed and assign the other villager to it for sticks. That should get you started. If this video does well, I will make more, so look for them. I'll see you next time.